What does faith mean to you?
Faith is like just loving God and just being going to church, and that's an example. Going to church and praying and just being all about Jesus.
What does hope mean to you?
Hope is like trusting in God and His and trusting in God and His plan for us. And like an example of hope would be like a job that you didn't like want or something, but then like it's good for you because like that's God's plan for you or whatever. Yeah.
What does love mean to you?
Love is just love. It's like loving God and other people. It's just like hugs and love. And an example would be like hugs. and just like like charity, like giving to homeless people. That's an example of love. And yeah. Okay.
What is faith?
Faith is believing in something where you really don't have any physical evidence of what you're having. So technically, as a point of view of a scientist, we technically do experiment to verify things, but you can't do experiment to verify. So it's something that you believe in from your heart. You have a feeling, and you just go with that feeling.
What is hope?
Hope is again something very similar. Is you could be in a situation where there might not seem to be a solution to whatever you're facing, and all the evidence points in a way that you might think what you're trying to achieve or what you're looking for might be possible, but deep inside your heart, since you probably believe in something higher, something bigger than you, think that being might provide you to get to something that seems to be not possible at the time.
What is love?
Love seems to me that it's a feeling very difficult to describe by physical means and reasoning, but it is something that when you feel that, it somehow relates to hopelessness. It seems like no matter what, you can't do something that is not pleasing to the one you love. So it's kind of sensitive. They say you're hopelessly in love. So if you happen to be in love with unconditionally in love with God or a higher deity, it seems like it renders you incapable of doing the wrong thing.
What is love to you?
Love to me is doing something out of the kindness of your heart for someone else, no matter the consequences or the sacrifices that you have to make.
What is hope to you?
Hope to me is when you are looking forward to doing something in the future.
What is faith to you?
Faith to me is having trust or confidence in a person.
What is faith to you?
Faith is having the unwavering belief in someone or something. Although I never physically met God, I truly believe that He exists. I also have faith in you that you will not post this video on YouTube.
What about hope? Hope.
Hope is having an optimistic outlook on life with the belief that something good is going to happen in the future For example, I am creating a new business and I hope that it is successful.
What about love?
Love is the strongest connection shared between people. It's a bond that cannot be broken no matter how difficult things may get. Love is the willingness to make unselfish sacrifices for one another without looking for something in return.
So, Ms. Kufner, what does faith mean to you?
Faith, to me, faith means a belief in a higher being, a belief that not necessarily that everything happens for a reason, but just that there is a purpose to us being here and that there is somebody watching over us that we can appeal to if we need to.
And what does hope mean to you?
Hope to me, along the same lines, hope to me is the belief that things will get better. I like to reference the verse Jeremiah 29:11. I have hope for you for, sorry, I wrote it down just so I could quote it correctly. I know the plans I have for you to give you a future and a hope. And for me, faith and hope, one example that I think of when I think of those things as far as it applies to my life, when my son, who's now 9, was 4, he was diagnosed with diabetes. It came completely out of the blue. We were not, there was no history in our family on either side for diabetes. He's the type 1 juvenile onset diabetes, and it was a very scary time. He was in the emergency room, and there was a huge transition where now we have to test his blood sugar multiple times a day, give him injections multiple times a day. We had to learn how to do all that. I am not a nurse, and yet I had to learn to take all of that on, and it was scary, and it was really prayer that got us through. And my son, who is great and is dealing with it really well, he will sometimes struggle with some depression, some anxiety, some fears. You know, life or death is a daily concern for him and for our family, for him. And so it's really the kind of Jewish proverb of "this too shall pass" that can get him through those tough times.
And finally, what does love mean to you?
Love, to me, I would say love is somebody that you want to see every day, that you care about their needs more than you care about their own, more than you care about your own. It's, you know, not some huge fiery, passionate thing, but it's, you know, if I haven't seen that person today, it's not been a good day. And my husband and I are both very busy people. We've been married almost 15 years, and I recently stage managed a play, and I missed him every night that I was gone at the play, and I was so excited for it to be over so that I could see him again. And then he committed kind of out of the blue to be in a play that started the week that I was supposed to be finishing my play, and I was so happy for him and excited for him, but it also was a bummer because now, once again, I don't get to see him every night as much as I would like to. And so, you know, after 14 years of marriage, to be upset that you don't get to see your husband as much as you'd like, to me, that's a definition of love.
Thank you.
So, Ms. McClendon, what does faith mean to you?
Faith is believing in something that you can't see, and it's something that you feel. An example of faith, I'll try to make a long story short, but my child was going to be born premature, and there were lots of things that could go wrong, but in my heart I knew that he was going to be okay, and I had faith that God was going to take care of us. And sure enough, he is as healthy and as, you know, wonderful as any preteen can be.
That's always good. And what does hope mean to you?
Hope is, I have a quote on my refrigerator from a past Advent thing that we did at church. And it says that hope is knowing that tomorrow will be better than today. And so it is, it's with a hopeful heart to approach every new situation and every new circumstance. So hope is knowing that there's something better, but we're fine where we are, but that there is always something that we can reach for.
And then finally, what does love mean to you?
Oh my gosh. This is probably one of the harder ones to put into words. Love is a feeling. It is it's a peaceful feeling, and it is doing something without expecting anything in return. Love is a verb, and it means the world. You know, when you are loved, it's one of the best feelings there is.
Thank you.